It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From American Airlines Center in Dallas, tonight, the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Portland Trail Blazers. The Blazers begin the game with the basketball. Lillard. Jay, how does Portland bounce back from the disappointment losing in 4 to New Orleans last year?
Well, you need your stars to shine the brightest in the biggest moments, and we did not see that from their 2 stars in that first-round series against the Pelicans. So these 2 stars need to be great, and great all the time.
Driving right to the basket. Jumper's good.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Trailblazers take over. Lillard to Anthony. To Whiteside. Picked up by the Mavericks.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Nice pass to get things going.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
D has got it. Damian Lillard missed his first. That one goes.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Doncic to Porzingis. Cauley Stein matched up with Carmelo Anthony. And the basket good at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Portland has the ball. Lillard to Whiteside. Willie Cauley-Stein pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Nothing going here on that drive. Lillard to McCollum. The Blazers with 4 in the shot clock. C.J. McCollum, his first effort off the mark.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Lillard to McCollum. And hits for 2.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Portland's got it. Lillard. To Luka Doncic. Hassan Whiteside. Tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
D has got it. Damian Lillard. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Trey Burke, defended by Lillard. And Jay, they call the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
To Luka Doncic. No good. McCollum into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. And scores. Strong take.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. Doncic to Porzingis. To Luka Doncic. Dallas with 4 to shoot. And the rebound taken in by the Blazers. McCollum with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Lillard. Lets it fly from long range. Damian Lillard. Not much more the defense could have done. Hits a contested 3.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. Through 1, it's the visiting Trailblazers out to the early advantage. Back to Big D after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Good start to this one. After 1 quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Trailblazers with the basketball. The drive, right to the basket. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
There you go. I like seeing the scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Burke with it. Down 5. Powell, shot off the mark. Oh, had him going there for a second. Fires the 3. Not that time. Burke with it. 5-point game. Trying to cash in. The jumper's off the mark.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
We'll get a stoppage here. Timeout Portland as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Gets it in the right corner. Anthony. Can't connect. Dallas owns the basketball. Seth Curry. Here comes the screen. Trey Burke matched up with Nurkic. For 3. Not that time. He misses. To Anthony. Wide open look, won't go. Burke with it. They're down 3. Can't connect from in close. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Anthony. shot clock winding down. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Burke with it. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. And the finish at the rim.
Ed, I'm telling you that every player in the league will make that shot. The defense has to be elevated.
It's Portland ball. To Nurkic. To Anthony. Portland down to 4 to shoot. Deep left corner. To Nurkic. Shot clock violation. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Doncic to Porzingis. KP, Kristaps Porzingis. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Trailblazers take over. It's Lillard for 2. Deep 2 there, won't go. Count the 2 for KP at the rim. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Mavericks have the lead.
The Mavericks will start the second half with a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Dallas Mavericks. The Trailblazers aren't down by much after 2 quarters. Offensively, when they're in the paint, they've had success. They need to keep that up if they want to take the lead in this contest. These are the guys getting buckets for the Portland Trailblazers. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Dallas has it. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
McCollum into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Anthony to Lillard. Here's a chance from long range, and Damian Lillard, right in his wheelhouse, hits the catch-and-shoot 3.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Brunson to Luka Doncic. Screen coming. Doncic to Hardaway. Five seconds to shoot. Hardaway to Porzingis. KP, Kristaps Porzingis. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right.
Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Here comes the screen. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
First one goes down.
Oh, yeah, get your money, man.
Goes 2 for 2. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Brunson to Porzingis. KB, Kristaps Porzingis. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Lillard to McCollum. Oh, he had him there for a second. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Doncic to Brunson. To Luka Doncic. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Lillard had made his first couple, but he misses there. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
New blood coming in for both sides. Seth Curry. And scores.
When you're a EuroLeague MVP at the age of 19, let me break down why your game is perfectly suited at the PG spot to be a dominant one in the league. Because Luka Doncic is a technician offensively. In any screen and roll opportunity, he makes the simple read. He's not the most dynamic player offensively. He doesn't have Ben Simmons' athleticism. But what he does have is Rajon Rondo vision mixed with a jump shot where he can beat you any and every way he wants to.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here comes the screen. Shot from the lane won't go. Lillard to Whiteside. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing now.
To Seth Curry. Blazers have it. Whiteside. Pass stolen by the Mavericks. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Luka Doncic at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Unable to connect on the free throw. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. It's the Mavericks with the lead. It's the Blazers with the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money. Down the stretch, it's game time.
Nurkic rocking the rim.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
Burke with it. His guys now trailing by a point. That's no good. The follow won't go either. From long range, that's off the side of the rim, no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Has a chance, and that's rebounded by Portland. Dane rises. Shot by Lillard, no good. Burke with it. His guys now down by a point. To Seth Curry. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but it's so hard to guard a bad shooter. Their form throws your pace off on how you defend it. Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Portland has the ball. And a chance coming up at the line.
All right, that was a little bit of a gamble there, but not a terrible move sending him to the free throw line.
Anthony Simmons at the line. First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Brunson to Hardaway. Over to the right side. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Brunson. Slam dunk.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Portland's got it. Probing the defense. Has a look. Can't connect. Kid Gilchrist, defended by Yusuf Nurkic. Blazers come away with it. can't connect from in close. To Hardaway. Tim Hardaway Jr. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
To Nurkic. Gets it in the left corner. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Yes, I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both, and you also stop the clock while getting another possession.
Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Cruises inside for 2.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
To Porzingis. KB, Kristaps Porzingis. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
New personnel coming on for Terry Stotts. Lillard. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Brunson to Luka Doncic. And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Time to shuffle things up. Hardaway. And now a reach, and that's going to be an intentional foul. Free throws here in the final minute of play.
A simple touch foul.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Trailblazers with the basketball to Anthony. 4-3. It's rebounded by the Mavericks. Takes stock of the floor. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
First free throw is good. Two for 2 on that trip. Now the Blazers will use a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
call the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Deep three at the buzzer. Hits the late three at the buzzer, but it's not going to be enough. This game is all over. The victory to the Mavericks as they win a close one by 2. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Mavericks took this down to the wire before getting the win. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Dallas Mavericks. The Trailblazers finished on the losing end of a close score.
Sure, it's great they shot so well from 3, but none of that really matters when your team has one more loss to show for it.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Portland Trailblazers.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Doncic put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped, and when he realized he was in his zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA